This section heading is called Synchronized Logging. So here's the big picture, right? So we've got our IDS device that's in place. We've got our IPS device that's in place. We've already set up for all devices within the Eurobank domain to synchronize with the NTP server, except for this IPS device. And that's what we're going to do in this section right here. So we want to ensure that all devices within the domain are synchronized so that we can accurately trace back events. So now the first step in this process that I'm having you do is just to verify that the syslog server / web server is synchronized with that NTP server in the DMZ. So the first thing that I'm having you do within here is to type the nslookup command. So we're doing this just to get a sense of our environment, right? So we're typing nslookup on 10.10.1.116. So this is the IP address of the NTP server within the DMZ. We can see the DNS name matches exactly what the device role is, which is an NTP server. And now what I'm having you do is just to verify that this device, this web server / syslog server, is synchronized with the NTP server in the domain. So we're going to type NTP Q space -P. So you can see over here, I've got that asterisk. And once again, the asterisk indicates that this device is synchronized in getting its time from this location. All right. So now the next thing that I'm having you do is to go over to the IPS device. So we have our terminal that's already opened up over there. And now we're going to install NTP on there. So we're going to type sudo apt-get -y install, and the package that we're going to install is NTP. All right, so now that that's installed, what I'm having you do next is just to verify that, by default, we're set up as an NTP client, and that it's having us get our time source from a server pool that's on the internet. And basically, we want to replace this in a moment with that NTP server that's in the DMZ. So we're going to type sudo sed. We're going to do -n, and then it's 19 to 22 ptick, and then etc ntpconf. Okay, so here's that server pool. Now I'm going to hit the up arrow key, and we're going to edit the in place file, and we're going to cut all those lines out and replace it with a single line. So the single line is just going to be a single server, and it's going to be server ntp.eurobank.com. And we want to put the iBurst option in so we can ensure that it's synchronized, faster during boot up times and things like that. So synchronize faster. So I'm going to hit enter here. We want to verify that it in fact replaced that pool. So we're going to view lines 18 to 20 now. And we can see that that's the only option that's there. All right, so now we want to read in our changes. Sudo service ntp restart. And now we want to see if this device is synchronized with that NTP server. So ntpq space -p. And once again, this does take some time, even with the iBurst option. So we're going to hit the up arrow key, and then there you go. Now, one thing that I'm having you add on here that's different from what we did previously is I'm just having you throw on over here, the command AS. And again, the reason that I'm doing this is just to illustrate here that this star also represents what is known as a system pair. So if you look inside of syslog's documentation, it's going to refer to things as being a system pair. And basically, it just means the same thing that we just said with the star. that you're synchronized with a remote device, and that's where you're getting your time source from.